Hello, Dave. Welcome to another Dave's Desk. Today I'm with another David, so it's Dave's Desks. And I'm with David C. Hall. He's the founder and creator of Potential Unlocked Tuition. He's a best-selling author. He's a mentor, facilitator, speaker, trainer. You name it, he does it. And he's good at it. We're going to try and sort of pick into his brains and try and sort of disseminate some of that cleverness he's got and find out what has made his tuition business so effective, the difference between tuition and teaching. And well, enough of me, let's go to David. David, hi, how you doing?
Hi, David.
You coping well with all these challenges we've got at the moment?
I'm doing really well, thank you. I'm doing
Good,
really
good,
well.
good. So let's get stuck straight into it. What is the difference and the value between tuition and traditional teaching?
That's a great question, David. That's a great question. So the conventional teaching,
Yeah,
per se, you have about 30 children in a class in mainstream, and the children will be taught to a particular curriculum, and they got to get through a curriculum at a certain pace to meet various milestones, so they can reach the expected achievements by their particular year group. From a tuition standpoint, we're working with children in a smaller group. I'll say 4 children to a teacher. What that
good.
means for the child is that they have more support from the teacher, and they get to build a rapport with that teacher or tutor, one for a better word, and they're able to have more or less a program that's bespoke for them, so they can make good progress with their schoolwork.
So the rapport builds trust, the trust breeds engagement, more engagement breeds results.
Absolutely.
Swing. Okay. And so apart from results, what's the true value of tuition over teaching? You know, what do the young people get other than better results?
Another great question. Well, tuition is a vehicle to help students or empowering students to grow in confidence. And as we all know, that confidence is the key ingredient to having happy learners who therefore go on to achieve good results.
Happy
Um,
learners.
and ultimately, confidence has been linked time and time to attainments. So once the confidence is being rebuilt or it's been strengthened, typically grades will go up as a next course of action. Also, tuition has been renowned for restoring relationships with parent and child, purely because some parents find helping children with homework or schoolwork rather challenging in that they teach
Really?
children.
I can't imagine that, Dave.
Yeah, absolutely. In that the parents teach their child how they were taught at school, then to find their child get taught another way at school. And it's kind of this homework banter going on.
Yeah.
So our intervention helped to diffuse that sort of banter, so a parent can have that support with knowing the strategies to teach their child at home, and
Wow.
that's been renowned to improve parent-child relationships.
So you've talked about how normally it's between sort of 1 and 4 per teacher rather than a traditional classroom style. Is there anything else, such as the normal duration of a tutoring session differs from a normal lesson time? What are the sort of the demographic profile of a great tutoring session?
Well, a great session, I believe, is very much relational, because when a student feels that they are secure and they're safe and they are understood,
Hmm.
um, they will achieve great results. It's about making the learning environment safe for the students, and also just making it really engaging, because you got to bear in mind tuition takes place outside of the school day, so
Yes.
you have to get the students buying so they believe in the benefits of tuition, and then that's fine. That's the foundation really to really accelerate in the child's progress.
Awesome. And why in your opinion does it work? And you might say, well, I've just said that, but is there so? If I was to ask you, what's the secret sauce with these noodles you've got? Why does it work?
Why? Because over time you're helping to build confidence, for the child to believe that they can succeed, so they will succeed. You're working with the child's parents, I mean to say. So that's the reason why it works really. It helps to identify gaps in knowledge, and you work with the students and the child and the parents even to fill those gaps in.
And without naming names, because I appreciate you can't divulge due to confidentiality names of people, but can you give us perhaps one or two great case studies that have come through potential unlocked tuition with yourself and your teachers or tutors, sorry, and have sort of gone from A to B and had some phenomenal outcomes?
Sure. So I can give you a great example. We're calling Chris due to, you know,
Yeah.
so we're calling Chris, and Chris achieved phenomenal progress. He came to us because school reported um, behavioural challenges, and that he frequently getting detentions at school. He had low motivation because his reading age was 2.5 years below
Wow.
national average.
Wow.
But once he enrolled on our program, we worked with his parents, and he was able to close that gap in his reading, making significant progress. And school reported that he had improved by 2.5 years reading age within 6 months of being in our program.
Wow.
So we're not just a normal provider where we churn in students, churn out students. We really care about our students. We believe that every single child has got untapped potential. It's about unlocking that potential.
And I'm sure most teachers care, but when you're working with 20 to 40 students as opposed to 1 to 4, you know, there's that more, there's a much larger ability to spend time to build that trust, and I use the word love, and you know, that real endearment. Wow. Okay. In your opinion, David, because everyone's got opinions on this, and but you working with young people, I'm sure have got a qualified one, which is, why do young people struggle? What are some of the biggest reasons?
Another great question. Um, the reasons are quite vast, down to the students' confidence has been knocked over the
Hmm.
years.
Yeah.
Um, Parental involvement may not be where it should be. Um, Navigating the educational maze is the next one. Um,
Yeah.
as I mentioned in my book, my best-selling book, um, some parents are not sure about how to engage with the school in a proactive way to get their targets to support that they need. So the reasons are quite vast, but there's a common theme that runs between all of them. It's about having that belief that you can succeed, and also it's about having the right support as well, so the child can flourish in a school environment and beyond.
Wonderful. Now, you mentioned your best-selling book. Tell us the name of it. In fact, if you've got one, hold it up. Let's see it, and tell us a bit about the book, please.
Yeah, sure. Right here, my book is called The Empowering Parent,
Empowering
and
parents. Cool.
definitely it's been out for just over a year now.
Yeah.
And yes, it's a book designed to give parents strategies and how they can unlock potential in their children so they can flourish. So it looks at the empowering environment and creating a empowering environment in a home environment, which is key to success. Therefore, creating the right habits needed to create good success academically too, and looking at the empowering mindset needed to have a passion-driven career.
And out of all of those great tips, all the toolkit you've got in that book, if there was one thing out of all of your skills, if there is one thing that parents and or teachers watching this or listening to this today can do consistently that's going to make the biggest impact on young people, what's that top tip from David C. Hall?
Sure. So whether you are a parent or an educator, the key thing to unlocking your students' or child's potential is to first to connect with them. And when connecting with them, so in my book, it's referred to as the empowering parent or empowering practitioner. And what that means is that we can connect with our students or child, depending on which one you are. And by that, we build values around patience, around being courteous, and so on, around being respectful, around being very much child-centered, around spending quality time with your child. All these attributes builds strong connection with your child. And the second thing is cultivation, cultivating your child's gifts and talents so they're able to grow in their gifts and talents, and hopefully to find a career that they are passionate about and make a difference in society.
Wonderful. Well, I'm sure it's available on Amazon and all good bookshops. But David, if people want to get hold of you specifically and talk about potential unlocked tuition or your book or your training and facilitation and mentoring, how can they get in touch?
Great question. So we are contactable on 0121 405 1983. That's 0121 405 1983, or available via website www.potentialunlockedtuition.com.
David, very generous. Thank you for your time. Thank you for being with us on Dave's Desk. And people, get in touch. The biggest compliment we can pay David is do what he's just told us to do and make a difference to our young adults. David, thank you very much indeed. And for everyone else, let's see you soon on another Dave's Desk.
Thank you, David.
Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit the notification bell for more videos. Then click the TV to watch the next video. Oh, and don't forget to visit our website at davidhyner.com to claim your free audiobook. Until the next time, go Rhino. Having it.